Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing Painting coming out of Hammond, Louisiana. Thanks for joining us in this video today. Today in this YouTube video, we're going to talk about shingle roof cleaning. And I wanted to talk about a couple things that could perhaps get you an unwanted call back from an unhappy customer. We received this call from one of our yard signs. Our yard sign strategy has been working for us for over 20 years with awesome success. If that's something you're interested in looking at, there'll be a link in the description, also a pinned comment. So the last thing we want to do is have an unhappy customer or unwanted callback, especially after our yard sign has gotten us in a really nice neighborhood. That's the last thing we want to do is make these people unhappy, because we want them to tell all their friends and family and their neighbors in this beautiful neighborhood. And we can go do our fiber rounds. We can go hand out business cards and flowers while we're there. And I definitely recommend that. But don't do a bad job, because you won't get one call back from any of the neighbors. Sometimes we go clean a shingle roof and we think we've done a great job. Perhaps the customer sees something that they didn't like or they don't understand. And at that point, you can forget about getting any other jobs in these neighborhoods. So we're going to talk about a few obvious things that we need to do when cleaning a shingle roof. And also towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you something that's not so obvious. Now, some of the obvious things that you need to do when cleaning a shingle roof is property protection. As you see here, we have Big Chris on the ladder spraying the shingle roofs. Everything is going just as planned. We're spraying about a 5% sodium hypochlorite solution. But also I have Apex down here doing a pre-wetting. Now, Apex has been doing this pre-wetting for 15 minutes before Chris even sprayed the first drop of sodium hypochlorite. And guys, I can't stress how important it is. Now, I know it seems to be obvious that you need to be pre-wetting, but 10 to 15 minutes before you spray your first drop. That way, everything's diluted, the plants are not thirsty, and they're going to repel any soap solution that you happen to get on them. And if you are in drier climates, you might have to even pre-wet a little bit longer depending on the amount of water flow you're getting out of your customer's faucet. Guys, let me tell you, if a plant's thirsty and you get just a small amount of sodium hypochlorite on it, that plant will suck up that soap solution and harm it and perhaps even kill it. That's what we call burning plants. We don't want to do that. So spend a little extra time. Start your pre-wetting a little bit extra early. That way, that'll be one less thing you have to worry about. And guys, if you want a more detailed list of things to do and not to do when cleaning a shingle roof, please check out our resource page. The link will be in the description. I have a 1-hour training course on how to clean shingle roofs safely. You can go grab that today. Another aspect of pre-wetting that may seem obvious to some people, and please leave a comment in the box below if you've already known this, is you have to protect the siding of the home or building that you are spraying the sodium hypochlorite on the roof. Some of this stuff can drip over the edge. Sometimes the wind catches a little bit of the spray, and we try to mitigate that by pre-wetting the vinyl siding, the brick, the garage doors, the windows, in addition to the plants. So both of those aspects are important. Pre-wet the building and the plants. Now think about this. If you walk away from it and that building dries out, especially if it's a sunny day, and then some of your sodium hypochlorite drips over the edge and gets on a garage door that's already been pre-wet, but then it's dried out behind you and you didn't know it, then you're going to etch the paint on it. And then there you can forget any more jobs in this really nice neighborhood. This customer will call you back and demand that the garage door to be repainted, which could be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, here's something that might be a little bit controversial, but I think it's really important. This goes about your personnel or your helpers that are there on the job with you. I let my guys know all the time, hey, we got a tough day tomorrow. I need you to be focused, because that ground guy is one of the most important team members of our team. He needs to keep his head on a swivel and be attentive at all times, especially when we spraying at least a 5% sodium hypochlorite or above. Now, what we will always tell him, if you're going to pre-wet down the side of the house, double back about every 10 minutes and re-wet everything again. That re-wetting goes a little bit faster, spraying off the garage door, hitting the fascia soffit, the windows, just making sure nothing has done dripped over the edge. You always got to keep a sharp eye out. And then it gives you an opportunity to go back and look at those shingle roofs as we're moving along the side of the house. So it's always real important for your guys to have everything that they need there on the job, the correct training, the correct knowledge to do this. And I even do a little bit of a pre-meeting and a pre-walk around with both my guys, because this may be the first time they've been to this house. Of course, I've already been there. I've already looked at everything. I already have a game plan, but I can't expect them to know what I know if they've never been there before. So take that extra 5 or 10 minutes. You need to be walking around anyway, taking pictures of everything before. Have your guys with you. Do your quick walk around. Come up with that game plan. That way, everyone's on the same page and everything works much more smoothly as a team. Now, we're going to talk about some things that are not so obvious as far as roof cleaning goes. As you see, Big Chris was on a ladder spraying the shingle roofs. He is spraying everything that he can see from that angle. So the ground people need to be also looking up from the customer's viewpoint, looking at those shingles to see if everything is coming out perfectly clean. As I say, Big Chris has a bird's eye view of the roof. If he's spraying it from a ladder, the customer's not going to be on a ladder looking at the roof. They're going to be from the ground. They're going to be even stepping back from the house, maybe from the neighbor's driveway. They need to be looking at this roof from all different angles. And this brings up this point. These tiles that are on this roof, if you're spraying them from a ladder or if you walk in the roofs, sometimes you have these edges that are exposed that never gets touched with sodium hypochlorite. So watch your angles. You know, you can have the top of the tiles looking great. The customer comes home, they step back 30, 40, 50 feet from the house. These edges are exposed and they can see that they still have green or black mold on them. Another thing you have to worry about is the shadow of the sun and the position of the sun during the day as you're spraying this. It can cast a shadow on this little bitty edge, and you can never see that you didn't get the sodium hypochlorite in that area. Now, in morning time, the sun comes up from a different direction, obviously. This could be shining back at them like a spotlight that you missed these spots. And you're going to get a call back, most likely. If they don't call you back, they're just going to chalk you up as a bad contractor and never refer you. And this is something that may not even be your fault. It's just a thing with shadows, optical illusions. So you have to be careful of these edges right here. I have had this happen to me. So this is why I know for sure. Always make sure you're hitting those edges very well, even 2 or 3 times. And sometimes we have to go back even the next day. If we're unsure, we let the customer know, hey, we're going to stop by tomorrow and take a peek at everything real quick. If there's something that we need to take care of, we're going to do it then. Sometimes I do that before I even accept a check from them. And guys, sometimes I know it's a very big inconvenience to go back and look at a roof a second time the following day. But whenever it's possible, it's always a good idea to be rechecking your own work. And yes, you've already been paid. You've already deposited a check. But if you're in the area next week, go by and take a quick peek at it, knock on the door, let them know that you're in the area. You wanted to maybe take some after pictures or something. They will greatly appreciate that. And also that lets you have the confidence to know that your job is coming out perfect every time. So guys, anyway, I wanted to just bring you a few of these tips on roof cleaning. If you need some more information, check out our resource page. The links will be in the description. Also a pinned comment. The website is billydavidsonvip.com. Go check out some of our training. It could be very helpful for you. Again, thanks for joining us in this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done that yet, and I hope to see you in the next video.